Do you think the Vikings can have a top half defense in the NFL this season? The Vikings last year were 30th in total defense, 24th in scoring defense, but the advanced metrics were a lot more favorable. They were 20th in PFF defense grade, 16th in DVOA, 12th in EPA per play, and 21st in success rate. So still not very good overall, but why they fired Mike Zimmer. They brought in Ed Donatel, veteran who's coached with Vic Fangio for a long time, to lead their defense. They're changing to a new scheme. They add Zadarius Smith. They're getting Danielle Hunter back. So just those two alone could have a huge impact coming off the edge. They draft Lewis Seen, Andrew Booth with their first couple picks to kind of revamp the secondary. And then they also swapped a couple veterans up front with Harrison Phillips replacing Michael Pierce and Jordan Hicks replacing Anthony Barr. Do you think the Vikings will have a top 16, a top half defense in the NFL this season?
I think that to start the year, it might be a little bit rough, but I think that in the second half of the year, I think they'll be top 16. I think if you look around the league right now, as you mentioned, Donatello's going to run a Fangio type defense, which is basically those pre-snap too high looks that are so tough to read as an offense. The best defenses in the league right now are those type of defenses. It gives you a lot of versatility that you can do with your defense. It just makes it tough on the offense to know what you're doing. And I think there's a clear trajectory that the NFL is going towards defensively, and that the Vikings making this hire was showing some foresight to that and trying to modernize, at least along with the offensive hires. But I think that schematically, obviously after years and years and years of Zimmer, it is going to be a big change. His defense was so intricate and had so many nuances to it that so many of these defenders have been basically in their whole career. I think that by the second half of the year, they'll be playing much better than they were to start the year. Because anytime you switch to a new defense, it's usually pretty rough at first as you learn more of the terminology. And then that second half of the year, you can open up the playbook a little bit more. You can start trusting your back end of your defense a little bit more. You can start doing a little more creative blitzes, creative manufactured pressure looks, and just stuff that can take that defense from new and learning to actually performing like an NFL defense. And I'm looking forward to watching that.